We find ourselves in a predicament due to a deliberate strategy on the part of the state to deny the reality of structural racism and to encourage the banalization of anti-racism by focusing on meaningless concepts of diversity and inclusion that really have nothing to do with racial equality. We're in danger of losing the real meaning of anti-racism because there is a strong tendency to steer anti-racism towards a more individualized approach that at best results in the depoliticization of the struggle, but at worst reduces anti-racism to regressive forms of identity politics. Anti-racist responses have been reduced to the call for diversity and inclusion and for greater awareness of what is seen as unconscious bias. Diversity means recognizing and accepting difference amongst individuals and groups in society and placing a positive value on difference, but it is not a substitute for racial equality. We've recently seen the rise of a layer of Asian and African Caribbean middle-class people who have set themselves up as training consultants on unconscious bias. But my worry is the focus here is very much on changing individual prejudices, attitudes, and behaviors, whilst leaving untouched the structural nature of racism and exploitation. The racial awareness training in the 80s, which was heavily criticized for creating a race relations industry that actually removed race from questions of class, exploitation, state oppression, and power. How and why we have arrived at a point where something that was so discredited in the 80s for bringing about the degradation and depoliticization of Black struggle has resurfaced. Aspects of the anti-racist struggle have focused on cultural appropriation or have lapsed into regressive forms of identity politics, has devastating consequences for the struggle for social justice and equality based on the principles of unity and solidarity.